First, let me show you how to read the spin. Let's look at one example first. There's basically no fake motion. Side topspin or side backspin. This one is side backspin. We'll start with the traditional method. Remember these 3 tips to judge side top versus side back. No matter if it's a hook serve or left side spin. When the racket is upright and goes forward, it's more towards side topspin. When the racket is flat and goes forward, it's more towards side backspin. And if the racket stays flat, you can clearly see a downward motion. That's side backspin. If it's upright and goes forward and upward, there's a lifting motion. That's side topspin. The spin doesn't have to be extreme. Often you push into the net, loop it to high, or loop it long. That happens quite often. The second point is how to assist your judgment. You need to observe the swing direction. If you look at this motion, focus on my forearm. Side top or side back? Yes, side back. Side top. The force direction of my forearm is clearly different. Watch the forearm direction. Side back. Side top. Side top. Including hook serves. Just watch the forearm. All of this works only without fake motions. With deception, it becomes much harder. The forearm direction is very clear. Once the forearm goes downward, there must be backspin. Once it goes forward, there must be topspin. Now let me test everyone. Watch this ball. Side top or side back? When the forearm goes downward, it's backspin. You must add more brushing to loop it. Now what about this one? Side top or side back? Once the forearm goes forward and slightly upward, it's definitely more side topspin. If the forearm goes downward, it's definitely side backspin. No matter the racket angle, once the motion pushes forward, a simple push will pop the ball up. So what should you do? Try pushing with the racket more vertical, or add more brushing to loop. Because with this kind of contact, a forward push shot easily goes into the net if you hit it without brushing. So once the motion starts forward, with an upright racket, it's mostly side topspin, but still contains some side backspin feature. At this moment, keep the racket upright and push, or attack with added brushing. Remember this clearly. The third situation. When the racket goes forward, and the wrist lifts upward, this ball cannot be pushed. It will fly long. That's pure side topspin. A very clean side topspin. Once the forearm lifts, there must be an upward motion. You must prevent the return from going long. This is where you should attack. Let's do it again. Side top or side back? Now I'll switch to a hook serve. No fake motion. Side back or side top? This is side backspin. Watch my forearm. I'll slow it down. Look at the forearm. If it were side top, the arm would move like this. One more time. Side top or side back? It goes straight down. Just focus on this segment. Is it moving like this, or along this path? It's very obvious. no matter how much deception there is. The forearm always drives the wrist. The arm cannot go up while the wrist goes down. That's impossible. Once the arm lifts, the wrist must follow. The forearm movement is large. The wrist is smaller. Sometimes the wrist is too fast to see. But you can always watch the arm. Focus on the forearm. Everyone, watch carefully. Just lock your eyes on the forearm. Side top or side back? Side back. Everyone is right. How about this? Just look here. Is this ball side top or side back? Right, side top. No matter the racket angle, the forearm goes up. Let me explain the principle. At the moment of contact, the finger and wrist action is extremely fast. Focus on this section. The forearm motion is large, so it's easy to see. My wrist goes forward and up, and the forearm follows forward and up. That's all you need to watch. Just watch the forearm. If it goes down, it's definitely side backspin. But what if there's deception? No matter how they fake it, it's still side backspin. At the exact moment of contact, the arm direction reveals the real spin. You must test this in real practice. Let's try a left side spin. I'll add some difficulty. Watch carefully. Side top or side back? Side top. There was deception here. Many people misread this before. Once the forearm moves forward or upward, there is definitely topspin involved. Be careful not to push it too high. And don't loop it long. First step, watch the forearm. Second step, check if it goes down. This ball is clearly side top. Lock your eyes right here. No matter the fake motion. Another serve. Side back. This one is obviously side backspin. Regardless of the deception, focus on the forearm direction. Look at the forearm path. This is definitely backspin. But if at contact, it goes up first and then down, that's topspin. There must be an upward arm motion. Otherwise, side topspin is impossible. No matter how fast it is, that motion must exist. Don't focus on tiny details. They're easy to miss. Just watch the forearm. Even if you still make mistakes after learning this, but your serve reading ability will develop much faster.